Hello everyone, I'm Oliver Hines, aka DarkMasterMan.com. I'm really happy to say we're here with Gus G from Firewind. How's it going, mate?
How you doing, buddy?
All good, all good. So obviously you're on tour at the moment promoting Immortals, which was out last January.
Yes.
How would you say the response to Immortals overall has been?
It's really great. I mean, we really didn't expect we would extend the tour that long.
Okay.
I mean, we set out. I mean, we had been away for like 4 years, and everything moves so fast these days. So we kind of expected we would do like one round of Europe, maybe a few festivals, and then we started getting offers to go to Russia, South America, and then obviously Rage. They reached out and they offered us this tour, and just kept on rolling. So very happy. Really, the response the fans love the album. It's one of our best received albums actually of our career.
It is a solid album. I bought it a couple of weeks ago. It's great.
Thank you.
I heard a fellow out back there from another band, I'm not sure which, Australian, but he was saying that Rage and Firewind, the companies have been looking to put the tour together for quite a while. Or Lucky, I think, was talking about it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, that was an idea that came about months ago.
Okay.
And because we are the same. Lucky, who plays drums in Rage, he's also the owner of Lucky Bob, which is a music agency, the management for Rage.
I didn't know that. And
they handle our stuff too, so it's kind of like everybody under our roof, one roof, and everybody kind of like is taken care of through that. And they had this idea that we should go out together, and we thought it was great because both bands have a very, I think that the music styles blend together well. And, similar fan base. Obviously, Rage is a much older band than we are, and I mean, so far the package has worked out really great.
That is a really cool pairing because I mean, I would say the music is similar, but it's by no means exactly alike. I mean.
No, everybody. I mean, both bands have their own styles and stuff, but at the same. But somehow there's.
It's likely that if you're a fan of one, you'll like the other.
Yeah, it was like that's what we were. And when we started the initial discussion, it was like, well, we both believed in the power of the package. Like if you're a fan of heavy metal, hard metal, whatever you call it, like melodic heavy metal. I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't come out and see this. It's
absolutely
two really good bands with the history there, and it's a hell of a show, I think.
Cool. Well, we mentioned the new album Immortals, and that's the first album with Henning Basser on vocals. But he's worked with you before on some live shows.
Yeah, he was our touring singer back in 2007.
Yeah. So was he the first choice as the new vocalist?
He was always like in the back of our minds. I can't really remember if we... I mean, we didn't really audition anybody, to be honest. With Henning, it was just like an obvious choice. When we started, I mean, we took a break, like I said, for 3-4 years, and then when we started discussing about it again, it was like, well, do we really want to bring in somebody that we don't know? We don't know how he's going to react if we go on the road, and it's not about like delivering the goods on stage, so to speak, but also can you live with that person on the road for like a few months out of a year. We knew Henning. He was an old friend. We got along great. There was a chemistry between us. We could do our whole back catalog with no problem. He was a great front man, super nice guy. So it was all kind of like an obvious choice, and I just happened to meet him again. He was helping me out on some of my solo shows 2-3 years back, and that's when the discussion started. So there was never any audition about anything. We never really sat down to discuss who would be the guy. Okay, there were some names thrown in the mix, but at the end of the day, Henning was like the obvious choice. Yeah, and he was also looking for a band. So there you have it.
And obviously he knows the back catalogue from...
He knows that he's done it before, so our fans were also familiar with him.
Oh, excellent. So this was possibly, I think, the longest wait in between Firewind albums. 5 years on from the album before. Why such a long wait?
I don't know. I think that whole singer position really affected our, it really slowed us down. It was definitely like a big slap in the face because we had already done quite a few singer changes in the past, so we really needed to take it easy this time around. think about it. I personally needed a break from that whole thing. I wanted to do a solo record, and then that thing was a bit more successful than I expected, and I got offers to go on tour as a solo artist, and I did that. So that took a couple of years. In between, there were also some Aussie stuff. So you know, time flies. The next thing you know is like 5 years later.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned it there. I don't really want to dwell on it because this is fine. Really.
Yeah.
But it's my understanding now that you're not with Gus anymore. Zach's back.
Yeah. No, I haven't been with him since last year. So.
Were you told in advance, or was it for something?
Yeah. No. I mean, I got a phone call and they let me know what's happening, and totally cool, man. It's his band.
Yeah, his band, but
he can do whatever he wants, and I mean, I've had a great time. It's fantastic for me. It changed my life forever.
Yeah.
Can't complain about anything. They treated me super nice.
Cool.
And yeah, I think it's, given the fact that he's doing farewell to us now, it's great that he brought his old guitar player back.
Yeah, I think
because there's a lot of history between them, and
yeah,
I think the fans want to see that.
Yeah, after Randy Rhodes, I think associate Zach Ryder wants to be Ozzy's
Absolutely.
stuff. So.
Absolutely. So it's great.
One of the things I loved about Immortals was Ode to Leonidas. And I left a comment actually the other day on Facebook saying I'm addicted to it at the moment.
Okay.
And it's true, for about a month I've listened to it about 5 times a day.
You probably hear it tonight and be like, oh no, that fucking song again.
I was listening
had
to
enough
it.
of it.
Mate, I was listening to it after I had a shower. I was listening to it on my way here. I'll probably listen to it again before you go on. I just love it.
Thank you.
Obviously the music video takes its inspiration from the Spartans and Xerxes.
I mean, the song is about, it's an ode to Leonidas.
Yeah, it's quite self-explanatory.
Absolutely. It's obviously about Leonidas and his 300 brave men, you know, trying to delay the Persians at the hot gates, the mountains. And the video was, you know, we were obviously inspired by 300, the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a little bit of that comic book kind of Frank Miller's kind of version.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I'm going to be honest. I think that worked better as a music video than the movie. But I'm not a
you
big
think
fan
so?
of the
Yeah, I don't
movies.
know. Yeah. I mean, of course, and then you have to also consider we didn't have the budget that the movie had. So
Yeah, but
I know we got a lot of shit where people were like, dude, who's that guy for Leonidas? Why is it like that? But you know.
well, yes, I was reading the comments. They said, "Oh, the Spartans didn't have short hair and all this."
Yeah,
sort of thing.
I mean,
it's like, well, it's,
how do you know? Did you see any photos of from 480 BC or something?
oh, you sound suspiciously knowledgeable about that.
Exactly.
You haven't got a Persian name, have you?
But the thing is, it's just a music video.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be taken too seriously, and
The point is to get the song across.
yeah, it's just a powerful song with a powerful video, really good edit. So
Yeah. No, it's really well done. And the song itself is, I think, one of the best songs Firewind's ever done.
Thank you. It's funny. I actually wrote that long time ago, back in 2009.
Really?
Yeah, it was like I had done 4 demos with Dennis Ward for the start of a project, which ended up later on becoming Unisonic. And I declined on that because obviously I joined Ozzy Osbourne's band back then. So I still had those songs from 2009, and Ultimately United was one of them. And I revisited those old demos, and I was like, wow, this is some really good material, and sounds awfully like something that Firewind would do. So, because we had started out writing music back then with keeping in mind that kind of vibe, writing something about like ancient Greek battles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I called up Dennis and I said, hey man, I'm revisiting those ideas. We should try and finish it up. And that's how the whole concept came.
Dennis produced it.
He produced it more or less together with me. Yeah.
And I read when it was Wikipedia, so I don't know if it's true, that he wrote the lyrics in the album.
He wrote the lyrics, yeah, all the lyrics of the whole album, because we didn't know how to make a concept record, you know.
Yeah.
So I said to him, man, I have no idea how to do this. We always wanted to do something like that. We've never done a concept record. So actually, in the end, it turned out easier than what we thought, because once you've decided where you're going to go and what you're going to do and what you're going to talk about, it's kind of like writes itself out. I mean, he did his, he did his homework. He watched a bunch of movies, read a bunch of stuff online, I read some books or whatever, and then I would kind of throw stuff at him and say, hey, maybe we should do something about the Navy Battle of Salamis. That would be cool.
Yeah.
And maybe we should use this theme here, or the we'll throw like song titles at him, or lines here and there, and then he would put it together and present it with a song.
Awesome. Well, you mentioned having OT and artists on demos. And of course, 20 years ago now, the first Firewind demo was recorded, which I believe was yourself.
Yeah, 1998. Yeah, the Nocturnal Symphony demo. Yeah.
And you did all of it, drums and all that, or just the guitars?
No. I recorded it in Boston when I was studying at Berkeley with some of my friends. So there was a drummer.
Oh, it wasn't a full band?
Yeah, and then a classmate of mine from Berkeley who sang. Yeah.
All right, sweet. So is there any, actually not. Given how that's taken you, it's taken you on this long career now, and been able to tour around the world with Firewind, let alone in the world. How do you see what do you credit the longevity to? How would you say, what's been the key to staying around for so long?
I just think it's really being honest musically, and that's what really eventually keeps the fans, keeps the whole community together, the fan base together. Just keep releasing music for the people. We hope people like it, and all you gotta do is just basically go out there and play. That's the most traditional way of doing it, and that's why we always keep touring, and we like to play shows and go see our fans wherever they are, wherever we get offers. We cannot reach to all of them. We cannot reach out to all of them. I know that. We always try to go to more places. And I think that's what really gives you longevity, and just being consistent and honest with your music and your art.
Good stuff, man. I mean, speaking of anniversaries as well, it's 10 years ago now that Firewind released the DVD, Live Premonition.
Yeah.
Do you see any plans to release any more DVDs, or do you think with the advent of YouTube and things like that, that it's kind of a dead concept?
I really don't know. It's a good question. I really don't know what the DVD market is like these days, and I haven't even spoken to our label about it, and if they would like to do another one, or if it would even make sense to release a proper DVD thing. It would have to be, I guess, today a lot more stuff than just a concert DVD. So we haven't gotten to that because we were away for a few years. We just gotten back. We wanted to see who's still there for us. What's for Firewind out there in 2017, 2018. Thank God it's all great still. So we keep on building from here. We pick it up where we left off, and let's see. I would definitely like to do a DVD at some point.
That'd be great. I saw an interview with Bob a little while back. He was saying that in Greece, the most popular kind of heavy metal is your brand of heavy metal, traditional.
That's not true so much anymore. I mean, we have a really big stoner rock scene.
Okay.
Actually, probably that's the biggest thing right now. But I think that's kind of the biggest trend everywhere right now. And also the extreme metal has taken over a lot. Like power metal or melodic metal is not as big as it used to be. 10 years ago. Sure.
Because I was going to say, obviously, a lot of people when they think of Greek metal, they think of like some Rotten Christ, Septic Flesh, which are all fantastic bands.
Yeah, they're more like extreme bands, extreme metal bands. And they're very, they're historical bands. Obviously, they've been pioneers in the sound for our scene as well.
Yeah. So, how would you rate the Greek metal scene as it is? Is it healthy? Would you say?
Absolutely. I think it's in a really good spot right now. A lot more bands are touring worldwide than they were, say, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that we have helped open the doors a little bit for that as well.
Probably.
It's not so much of a taboo to be back in Greece and doing a European tour or going to Asia or America. So I'm happy about it. Yeah.
That's great. I love seeing bands from all over the world touring. A couple of years back now, I was in London. I was at an Orphanland show. So obviously they're from Israel, and the three support acts are from Chile, China, and Russia.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So cool to see such.
It doesn't really matter anymore where you're from. I think actually, if you're Swedish, maybe it does help. I don't know. Anything that comes out of that country gets like some sort of automatic stamp of approval.
Yeah.
You're great if you're Swedish. I mean, no pun intended. I have so many Swedish friends and great bands. And I got my start in the music industry in Sweden. But okay, you know, Greece is not the mecca of heavy metal, of course. But these days, you know, it's become one global thing. You know, with the rise of streaming services and platforms, and everything has just become so accessible, so instant. And it doesn't really matter. Like people stumble across bands and songs, and they don't even know maybe where they're from. It doesn't matter. I think people just consume a lot of music, a lot more probably these days than they did in the past. It's just like pretty chaotic to kind of like step aside. That's a whole lot different discussion because it's it's a different business today, the music industry, than we knew it 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah. Well, just touched on there about where you come from and this kind of thing. When we spoke before we started filming about Thessaloniki versus Athens, if you like versus, how would you compare the metal scenes in each city?
The metal scenes, you know what, I'm probably the wrong guy to ask about that because I don't really keep up with what's happening locally.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know which are the local bands in my city, and I don't know what's happening in Athens. I've only kind of like been into what I'm doing. I mean, of course, like I said, you know, I know, you know, the more legendary bands, you know, like Body Press and all those guys that have been around, you know, growing up listening to those bands and stuff. But I don't really know what's happening much these days. Sorry, so I couldn't mention any names or. But I don't think it should be versus one another. You know, it's like, especially in heavy metal, I like to think of it as one big brotherhood.
Yeah.
You know?
So probably at worst a friendly rivalry.
Yeah. I don't think there is such a thing because actually I mean, the band is, you know, I'm from Thessaloniki, but you know, Bob, our keyboard player, he's from Athens, and we have a lot of fans that love us in both cities. So for me, even if I'm from Thessaloniki, even when I play in Athens, it's almost also like kind of a hometown show as well. I have so many friends, and Bob has a lot of family, his family and all that stuff. So it's kind of like the same, you know. Okay, maybe Thessaloniki is a bit more stressful because my parents are there.
And for anyone else who's wondering what the difference is, the main difference is Thessaloniki has the best Greek football team.
PAOK.
That's all you need to know.
And Apollon Kalamarias.
Okay, thank you very much for doing the interview.
Thanks,
I
Ollie.
really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure.
Σας ευχαριστώ.
Παρακαλώ.